Off from Cape Canaveral, April 11th, 1970, at 13:13 Central Standard Time. Right there, I should have known something was going to happen. This was my fourth flight into space, my second time to the moon. The stars and the sights and the sounds and even the smells were so familiar to me that we settled down for a very tranquil, a very lethargic 3-day flight to the moon. And I was coming back down through the tunnel back into the mothership when suddenly there was a hiss bang.
Houston, we've had a problem. We've had a main B bus undervolt.
You see an AC bus undervolt there, guidance? Or ECOM? Negative, flight. I believe the crew reported it.
We got a main B undervolt.
Spacecraft rocked back and forth, noise all over, lights were coming on, jets were firing. I looked up at Fred Hayes to see if he knew what was causing all this commotion. And I could tell from his expression, he had absolutely no idea. Now things in the spacecraft began to happen rapidly. A light came on. Something is wrong with your electrical system. Before I could digest that piece of information, 2 more red lights blinked on. 2 out of 3 of your fuel cells have just died.
And there's one whole side of that spacecraft missing. Right by the high gate antenna, the whole panel is blown out, almost from the base to the engine.
We were in serious, serious trouble.
Standing by for any reports.
You're not going to get home. I said, I already know that. Do you have a solution? I need a solution. They said, well, we have one. When you pass the moon and it slows you down and starts to aim you back down towards the Earth, as you pass the Earth, we'll have you light that lunar module engine again, and perhaps we can speed up your return home. I lit that landing engine.
For the burn.
We're burning 40%.
I say that was a good burn.
Moved us over to what we thought again we were on that free return course. We have to hit the atmosphere coming back from the moon inside a 2-degree pie-shaped wedge with respect to the atmosphere. That wedge cannot be any less than 5.5 degrees, any greater than 7.5 degrees. We have to thread our way inside that wedge to make a safe landing. For any of you who think that you might want to go to the moon, you might want to take notes, was for me to somehow manhandle the 2 spacecraft around. Didn't have an autopilot to help me, to try to get the Earth in the window of the lunar module. And I said, this is the way it's going to go. So at the proper time, Jack said, start. I hit the start button. The engine came on. I jockeyed the Earth vertically. Fred jockeyed it horizontally. 14 seconds later, Jack said, stop. I hit the stop button.
Apollo 13 should be out of blackout at this time.
Odyssey, Houston, standing by, over. No. Okay, we read you, Jack.
Apollo 13 is practically on the time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't have the pleasure to talk to you this morning if that was not true. I shouldn't be here to talk to you. Why am I here? I'm here because of a very dedicated crew. There are 3 types of people in this world. There are people that make things happen. There are people that watch things happen. And there are people that just wonder what happened. Back in 1970 in the control center, there were people that made things happen. And remember what Gene Kranz said, failure is not an option.